Okay, here's the unboxing video of the W204 C-Class Carplay module. Mr. Alvin is ripping it apart. Rip it apart, bro. Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm excited for this. We paid good money for this. Let's go. Yeah, it's the head unit. Okay, after 2 hours, he finally opens it up. Okay, what do we get in the box? Inside the box, you guys get some foam, Chinglish user manual.
Careful.
Yep, that's where it belongs. Yo, do a three-pointer. Okay, so that's the screen, apparently. That's, oh, you actually get pry tools with it? Yo, you were supposed to bring pry tools,
that's actually very nice of them.
But China beat you to it.
They're probably gonna break.
Okay, that's the mounting bracket.
Oh wait, we have to take off your instrument cluster.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You have to loosen it.
No.
I forgot. You have to do that first.
No, you don't. Anyways. Exciting. Okay, let's see the screen. Hold up. Somebody want to open the screen? Let's see it. I want to see this screen that I paid almost $500 for.
Crazy how physical things cost a lot less than an email, right?
Yes, an email and a wire. We're gonna tune my entertainment system right now.
Any stickers?
No stickers. No stickers. Okay, Alvin, what do we got there? Just a whole bunch of. Oh yeah, Wi-Fi. Yeah, because I'm gonna run this through Wi-Fi. That's actually kind of cool.
Several layers of wrap.
Several. Bro, imagine you open it right now and the screen is cracked.
That's why we're recording.
It's not.
That we know of.
That we know of.
Isn't this gonna be such a fun?
Yeah, you should have watched.
There is no video.
Of course there is.
Oh, do you not?
That goes in the back of the radio.
This runs
I'm just gonna rip this if that's okay.
Yeah, rip it. Doesn't matter. I just want to see.
You don't have to wire anything then, do you?
No, it's just all plug and play. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's gonna be easy. I thought you had to do the wiring.
No, you don't have to solder nothing. Let's see
Oh
it.
my god, I had to do that on my truck.
Nah. Yo, let's see the screen. Sick.
I'm an easy man.
Sick.
Oh my
Sick.
God.
8 gigs and 128.
Oh, so these are just...
Okay, cool. All right, let's get to the install.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in the W204 C63 AMG, and right now we have this little what do you call it? Display screen. So that's what it kind of looks like. And originally that's what it looks like, but we're gonna replace it with this 12-inch screen, much larger. It's gonna sit kind of like that, so we can run Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. So we're gonna show you guys how to install this into there. So you're definitely gonna need a lot of these, a lot of trim tools. So the first thing that you gotta do is you gotta remove this big vent piece, and then the radio will come out. So we'll show you guys how to do that with all these tools. He's not happy. So in order to remove this center piece, all you have to do is get these clips right over here, and you have to push them back. So they sit inside over here, one over there, and one over there. They kind of hold on to these things on both sides, and all you have to do is push this side back, and the same thing on that side. You got to push this side back right over here. It's got to go back like that. So the way that you do it is through inside the vent. You got to get something to grab it and pull it back like that. Ideally, use one of the picks right there, shove it in there, twist it, and push it like that. And then you'll be able to yank it out. Just use a lot of pressure, because these metal clips, they hold these metal pieces, and it might feel like it's not going to come off, but it will. Just yank it out, and you got one connector right over here. Just disconnect that, and then we'll get to the actual radio unit. Okay, so once you got the center piece out and you unplug the wire, you're going to have these two bolts that sit right up top over there. They are T20s, both of them. So you're going to grab a T20, one of those, like that, and you're going to put it inside there. And ideally, you want to have a tool that can actually turn them properly, because you won't be able to get anything that sits kind of like upright with a tool, so you need a really short kind of ratcheting tool, or you're gonna have to kind of MacGyver it. But once you get those loose, then the whole radio unit just comes right out. So you just kind of yank it back and it'll pull out. But this is basically what you need to get out. Let's get it out. So once you got those T20s pulled all the way up, then the radio will just kind of jump out like that and you can pull it out. So we're gonna yank this radio out and then we'll show you guys all the connections in the back. Okay, once you guys pull the radio out, all you got to do is unclip all of these. It's pretty straightforward. Most of them just have like the little push pin clip at the top like this. So you see that, you just yank on all of them and then just wiggle them out like this, pull them out. This fiber optic cable, if you do have it, you have to pull it out of the harness at the top over here. So once you pull out this fiber optic, you're gonna have to put it into the new harness. And basically your adapter will go into here and then it'll connect to that and into the new head unit. So we'll show you guys how to do that next. Okay, so we're going to continue with the install of the Android Auto head unit. We have a little bit more light because it was really dark when we were doing it the first time. So this is definitely going to be a lot easier now to see. And yeah, let's continue. So the continuation of this installation is that you need to remove this trim piece right over here. It kind of goes around the instrument cluster. It's just a couple of trim pieces. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Just grab your trim piece panel and yank it out. It's pretty straightforward. It kind of sits on top. Just grab your tools, yank this one out, and then it comes out. Next, we're gonna remove this trim piece right over here, and then we're gonna start removing the old screen. So same thing, the above trim piece, just grab your trim removal pieces and kind of yank it out. It's pretty straightforward. It kind of sits, well, up top. It's a little hard to see, but sits over there. Once you bring it out, just put it to the side and then you can start removing your screen. Next, you guys are gonna grab your long T20 and just zip out the 2 bolts that hold the screen. And then this should be able to come right out. 2 bolts, one inside there, one inside there. And then this should come right out. Okay guys, there's actually a couple more T20s. There's one inside there that you gotta take out, one inside there, and there is one more right down inside there. I'll show you guys with the light. That's where it goes, inside there. So once you got all of them out, you should be able to take this screen out, but even we are struggling to get this out. Okay, so guys, you got to use a little bit of force and then basically this piece will come out. As you can see, it's got like these metal clips. Yeah, that's definitely why it didn't want to come out, because we were yanking on it. So there's a metal clip in there, metal clip in there, as you can see, and basically just pull it back and the whole assembly will come out, and then you just got to unplug a couple of connectors. It's pretty straightforward, so don't be afraid to kind of yank on it. Okay, so once you guys get the screen out, all you have to do is remove this blue connector. This is the LVDS, and this is probably like the power supply. So once you get those out, you can finally start plugging in everything else for the screen. So that's what we're gonna do next. We are gonna power up this screen. We're gonna plug in the radio, and we're gonna leave everything disassembled just to make sure that everything works. And then we'll show you guys how to actually fixate everything, all the hardware, into the car itself. But now we're gonna just run some tests to make sure everything works. Once you guys get the screen out, where is it? Where's this little screen? As I said, once you get this little screen out, that one, from the center, you can screw back in that screw right there that goes inside there. You can screw in that screw over there, the one up top, and then you can put those trim pieces back in, because now the screen is out of the way, and you'll finally be able to get this one back in, like the upper one, then get the bottom one back in, and then you can finally start installing the radio and the screen with the supplied hardware. Okay, once you guys have the lower trim piece in and the upper trim piece, you can start putting in the supplied bracket from the kit, and then put the 2 T20s back in. One goes right inside there and one goes right inside there. Pretty straightforward.
I think it's a T25, to be honest.
It
Why, what are we
is a
using right now?
T20.
Oh.
But it could be a T25, most likely a T20. Okay, so once you guys got the T25s, they are actually T25s. One is there, one is inside there. Once you got those screwed in, this mounting bracket will be in, and you got to start connecting everything. It's pretty straightforward. So now we're going to connect everything, but we're not going to secure it because we want to... Oh my god, wires. There's a lot of wires. We're just going to connect everything and power it up, so make sure everything works, and then we will actually secure it and put it all together. Okay guys, we got everything connected, and let me show you what's going on. So this Android screen actually is quite good, and it powers on and everything, but we have quite a few problems. Number one, you guys can probably hear that buzzing sound. Yeah, that's a problem over here. This kind of ground loop or whatever, this wire there, see? Yeah, it's kind of not good. But it does work very well. Like, look at this beautiful screen. Function is awesome. It turns on right away. I'm gonna play some music just kind of so we can make a decision on what we're gonna do with this screen, and we'll kind of go from there. So yeah, even right there, you guys heard a little bit of buzzing in the background, and honestly, it's pretty much impossible to solve that. The right side speakers were not working because of this multimedia thing over here. It's all messed up. And the backup camera wasn't working, but then we fixed it, but it kind of glitches and doesn't glitch. Like, it's weird, it works, doesn't work. And then the last thing, which is like kind of the worst thing, really annoying, is that, for example, I'll get a phone call and somebody will call me, but the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi is connected to the Android Auto system, but the Android Auto system doesn't receive the phone call, and it wants to, my phone and everybody else's phone automatically wants to connect to this thing, to the actual radio unit, to play the actual what do you call it, the sound from the phone call. But the problem is that this system is connected to this, to AUX. Wait, hold on, where is it? It's connected to this. So instead of Bluetooth audio, it's in aux mode. So my phone goes to connect to this, but this system is connected into aux. So I have to go out of the screen, press this clear button, like go back into this, change this to Bluetooth audio so that my phone is connected to this, and this is connected to the original NTG system, and that takes like 15 seconds right there. But the problem is, imagine somebody calls you and you're trying to switch between the audio, do this, do that, while driving sometimes, and all you hear on the, like, obviously the other person, all they're doing is saying hello, 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 are you there, hello, and I can't say anything back because I'm not connected. So I'm literally trying to change this for 15 seconds while the other person says hello. Do you think anybody would stay on the line with you for 15 seconds saying hello while you try to, you know, connect your Bluetooth correctly? No. So honestly, that screen just doesn't fit the function of what we want it to do. So we made the decision to basically revert back to stock. Yeah, we got some bananas and chocolate chip muffins. Yeah. So the original screen is back in, the original radio is back in, everything is plugged back in, and we have everything kind of, well, back here. It's all in the box here, and we got some stuff there. So we're going to reassemble everything. We're going to put all the trim pieces back in. And yeah, guys, this was a pretty big fail. It's a great system. I love it. It looks amazing, but it just doesn't function the way that I personally want it to function in this car. Your situation might be different. You might have different desires from your system, but I had a lot of specific things that I wanted, and unfortunately this system did not meet those expectations. So the only other way, honestly, is to just enjoy the car, enjoy the factory system that I have, and yeah, and just drive it. It's a great car, great system, and if I ever want Android Auto or Apple CarPlay in another car, I'll just have to get another one. So stay tuned, we'll probably get another car. Yeah, GT3 RS 992 911 coming up soon. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. And yeah, so yeah, guys, that's your comprehensive review and installation and disinstallation of this Android Auto system. So yeah, it was a pretty epic fail, but at the same time, it's not really an epic fail because we learned a lot. So if you guys stuck around through this whole entire video, I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.